All right. Happy Wednesday. Happy wonderful Wednesday. I'm always excited to see you guys. So find your seat as we start. So if sitting is the new smoking, then what can we do while we're sitting so that we can become more aware of how we're holding our neck, which is one of the keys. Like if we're going to sit and we're sitting like this, just try it just for a moment and then say, oh, I'm done with that. Like head forward doesn't really feel that good. We can't see what's going on, and it makes our muscles really tight in the front and long in the back, but also weak. So as we go through our practice, we'll bring more awareness to how we're holding the neck. Let's start by a nice easy breath in through the nose and out through the nose, and in and out. And I might add that I know some have asked about headaches and migraines, and one of the first places I go is to the neck and the shoulders to help relieve discomfort in that area. Someone was telling me they were on a treadmill, I think, and then they notice when they get off that their neck is sore. So that's a real hard place on those exercise machines, but just even draw your awareness to where is my head and neck in space. Let's use our yoga practice to begin to practice this skill. Let's turn the head towards the right. Take a breath in and a breath out. Notice what you feel in your neck. And then drop your chin towards the right shoulder. Circle it down to the center and inhale, lift the head. Exhaling, turn your chin, your nose towards your left shoulder. Notice the sensation. It's different than when you did the right side. My side, this one doesn't feel quite as tight. Breathe in, breathe out, lower the chin down towards the left shoulder, circle it to center and lifting the head back upright. Take your arms out to the side. Turn your palms forward at first, spread your fingers. Good. Soften the shoulders. See if you can feel the shoulders on your back. And exhale, thumb inside thumb, wrap the fingers around, circle the wrists. Ooh, right away, it's a little crackle symphony in here. Not sure you can hear it because Zoom takes off that background noise. Now we're gonna hug ourselves. So right arm over left. You know, yoga's a big hug. Give yourself a hug, wrap your fingers towards the back, wherever they touch. Now, let's drop our chin, lift it up, turn it towards the right, drop it down. Notice the difference in how you feel with this hug and the chin down. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, turning the chin towards the left. Breath is in. Breath is out. Turn the chin downward and back to neutral where the chin is parallel with the seat of your chair and with the earth, meaning the chin's not up and it's not down. It's about center. Take your finger in front of your chin. Any finger, and then go ahead and push into the finger and notice how that feels. It's kind of like a duck or a goose, right? They take their head forward. Now pull it back. Go way back. That's too far back. Go forward. Take it back. Notice the difference here. We got to find center. somewhere in center. If it's too far back, the neck is going to be like flat, which it doesn't like. Too far forward, then we've got that circling forward head posture. Find just about center. Inhale, arms out to the side. Left arm over right. Give yourself a hug. Turn the chin towards the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Circle it down. Gaze down. Notice the sensation. Take a big breath in. You might feel your shoulder blades widening back behind you. Exhale, soften. Turn the chin towards the right. Inhale, you'll feel an inner body lift. Exhale, move back to center. Lift your heels, push down through the balls of the feet. We talked about this last week, how important it is to push down through the big toe mound for many reasons. And then across the balls of the feet towards the pinky, lifting the heels. Now, take an inhale and then pull from your pelvic floor in and up, muscles tone. Notice if the shoulders go with on your inhale. This is really, really natural to do this. It happens to a lot of people, but see if you can keep the lift, but drop the shoulders down. Exhale, lower your heels. Ooh, just heard a little crack there. Inhale, lift your right toes, no peeking at them, spread them. Exhale, release. Inhaling, left toes rise. As the toes rise, feel the pressure points on the bottom of your foot. Exhale, release. Inhale now, all 10 toes rise up. Now we're going to, for the fun part. You can't look and you're not allowed to judge. No judging allowed. Go ahead, lower the big toe mound. And then the pinky. Don't look. I know you're going, oh, she's crazy. The other toes are up. Exhale, release down. It's kind of weird, right? Like, if we're not looking, we don't know exactly, but you do. You're sending a message down there. Doesn't matter what they do. We're working those neural pathways in the brain. Let's go again. Inhale, all 10 toes rise. Press down through the big toe. Then the pinky. Just feel, no looking. Exhale, lower all 10 toes down. All right, we'll let that go for now. Dip your right shoulder down. Take a breath in. I said shoulder down and I meant ear, so hopefully you knew. Now you're going to take your left hand to your cheek and your temple area very, very gently. Now keeping this touching, press your head into your hand and rise back up. Let's do that again. Lowering the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Now, if you want, you can touch your neck and see what happens as you do this. It's gentle pressure into the head and head into the hand. Lift it up. You'll notice the muscles are activating a bit. Let that go. Turn the head right and left. We want to find freedom. Yoga has a lot of static postures, and we want to bring in some flowing movement to that so we don't get stuck and sticky. Dropping the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Just notice. Now, lift your right hand, place it at your cheek and temple. So we're very gentle here. It's like equal pressure of head going into hand, hand into head. We're not pushing our head around. Now, gently lift your head back up as you press it gently into your hand. Do that again. Drop the head down towards the left shoulder. And then inhale, lift it back up with that gentle pressure. Release, let it go. Let's move into warrior two. So for warrior two, you're going to have you can either do the 90-degree angle or you can have the open stance with the leg straighter. The right heel is going under the right knee. We're going to stack our shoulders over our hips. So when we're like that, shoulders aren't over hips. When we're like that, shoulders aren't over hips. We want to come back to center and then pull your pelvic floor in and up. Exhale out. Now this pose is easy to muscle. It's easy to want to muscle this pose. So let's see if we can soften into it. Float the arms up into T. Exhale, slowly lower them down. Inhale, turn the palms upright. Now float them up. Imagine your arms floating in space. Let's make Popeye hands. So we're going to make a fist and then curl your knuckles in towards your shoulders. And then slowly open it up. Notice if any tension is creeping into the body other than along the arms and the hands. Open up your hands. Fingers are spreading. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your left arm down. Inhale, the right arm lifts. It might be, we really haven't done a lot of stretching yet in the arms, so the elbow might be bent to the side, like cactus. And then take a little side bend towards the long leg. So towards your left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale back to center. Exhaling forearm to thigh, make the cactus arm. Now let's just kind of reach it up and then down a bit and see if you can bring your mind's eye to that shoulder moving on your back body. So there's a gliding action. We're gliding with ease. Then you may bring the arm over the ear, only straightening to your capacity. Breath in, breath out. Now, you know we do no judgment in yoga, right? No judgment in yoga allowed. Inhale, rise up, push down through your feet. That's the root to rise. Exhale, flow the left arm down, right arm lifts. Let's just flow it a few times with your breath. Inhale, exhale. You get to determine the speed of your flow. You can double time it. You can half time it. Yep. And notice your tendency. What does your body need? And what does your mind want? Come back to center. Gaze over the fingertips. Release the hands. And let's move the legs back, forward, knees forward. We're in mountain, seated mountain. Let's circle on the hips. Loosen any tightening that crept in. And then the other way. We're going to lift our right arm upwards, bend the elbow, take it behind your head or your back, wherever it's at. Then bottom arm, left arm, bend the elbow, take your hand behind your back. Notice your head. How does it feel? Does it feel like the crown of the head is reaching upwards? Push down through your hips and your feet. You're going to feel your belly tone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's switch this up. So arms into T, bending the left elbow on top and right elbow behind you. Now, if it feels funky or it doesn't feel right, you guys know what to do. Let it go and determine, is this the right range of motion for you? You can always do the top arm and not the bottom arm. It's a little awkward down here. Let's circle it around. So alternating and alternating and even it up. One more. Lean back towards your forearm, your upper forearm. Notice your head. If it wants to come forward, lean it slightly back. Open your hands. And let's find warrior two on the left side. So either knees at 90-degree angle or legs in 90-degree angle, or take the leg out. You can make your adjustments on the chair. You might want to lift yourself up so that your left thigh is more on the chair and your right leg is more off. So you're not getting any, feeling of like pressing into your inner thigh. Make yourself comfortable. And then you might close your eyes this time and just kind of feel, are the shoulders over the hips? You might sway to the right, into the left, and just notice, become aware of where your spine is in space and where the head is, because the head is going to follow the spine. Then find that center spot. You're making a rectangle with your torso. It goes down, and then we're going long through the side body. Inhale, float the arms upward, maybe gaze over the front fingertips. Exhale, float the arms down. Now just notice any proclivity to lift the shoulders as the arms lift. Try to keep them relaxed. Let's do this again. Inhale, float the arms up. Notice if the shoulders are traveling with, and drop them down the back as best you can. Exhale, lower the arms. Turn the palms upright, thumbs are back, pointing back behind us. Inhale, float the arms up, maybe soften through the elbows. Press down firmly through the left sitting bone. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's find our back bend here. Right arm down, left arm lifts, elbow may bend. Feel a stretch along the left side of your body. And let's waver here, or alternating, just a little bit of alternating, going back and forth like a pendulum. With ease, feeling any gliding in the shoulder blades. And next time, let's land with forearm on thigh and moving with a bent elbow and then straightening and bending and straightening. You get to determine how much you straighten and how much you bend. Awesome. You might hear some crinkling, or I don't know, I hear little crackles back there. Inhale, rise up, gaze over the fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice if the shoulders are creeping up. It's easier to turn the palms upright. What happens is the whole arm circles up and then back. So the underside of your arm is upwards. That becomes an external rotation. It's a little bit more accessible to drop the shoulders here. Let's release it down and bring the legs mindfully back together. Walking in place. So inhaling, lifting, exhaling, let it go. If any of you are interested, I interviewed or had a discussion with a functional podiatrist on Instagram Live last week, and it's on the YouTube station or on Instagram at the Yoga Moves MS channel. And it was quite interesting about her philosophy on bare feet and sensory stimulation for really the whole body, but how it stems in the feet. So walking in place is awesome. Let's kind of swing the arms, if you will. Yep, you got it. So opposite leg and arm. Yep, you get to vary it. You get to vary how fast or how slow. Yes, let's go slow motion. So lifting one leg, one arm, press down through the opposite foot, flex the upper foot, switch it up. Switch it up. Notice how it feels to go slow. Now let's speed it up a little bit. Make sure you're breathing in and out. Good. Return to center and circle the right arm forward to the left, up and around, and then gaze back. And again, circle it forward. The spine goes with you, up, around, and back. One more time. Lift it up, around, and back. And now you're going to grab hold of the back of the chair. It could be the side of the chair or the back seat of the chair. You're going to draw your right shoulder up and back. So you've got a back bend going here. You're feeling the shoulder blade on the back, and then you may lift the left arm towards the sky in this back bend. So the heart is lifting upwards in a back bend. You might drop your hand back behind your head for a little support for the neck. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale, float it down, release the back hand, find a twist. Right hand outside, left thigh. Find your twist. I like to circle the back shoulder up towards the ear, but then take it back and around. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath is in through the nose and out through the nose. Returning to center. Other side. Other side. So take the left arm towards the right, circle it around, elbow may bend, gaze is following the arm, reach, lift, circle it around. Here you can vary it with smaller circles, getting wider and larger and larger, swirling your arm around. And then with the next one, you're going to take your arm back behind you, open it up, feel this external rotation, feel the shoulder blade on the back. Now you can keep your arm here or take your hand to the back of the chair, lifting your right arm skyward. Shoulders are up and back, heart's lifting, collarbone is expanding, maybe supporting your head with your hand. Breath is in and breath is out. Breath is in and breath is out. Inhale, lift up, release it down. Now we're going to circle both arms up. Exhale, around and back. Let's reverse it. Arms up, forward and down. Grab hold of the chair. I'm going to take a side view for this one. Grab hold of the chair and with your hands on the side of the chair, lift your heart up and back. Now, if it feels safe to you, you're drawing your shoulders up and back. You're lifting your collarbone upright. Notice where your neck needs to be in space. You can keep it upright. You can take it slightly back without crunching the neck back behind you. So you don't want to drop it back. Lifting the heart, shoulder blades on your back. You can lean forward as long as you have hold of the chair and it feels stable. Breathe in and feel the expansion across your chest. Inhale, lift your arms upright. Awesome. Let's do this a few times. Exhale, take it back. Maybe grab the back of the chair, maybe not. Just draw the shoulders up and back, palms facing each other. Lift your heart. I'm not touching the chair. You certainly can. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale one more time. Circle the arms down, lift the heart, maybe even turn the palms away from you, thumbs up. Thumbs up. And return to natural. And just notice how the body feels. Maybe circle the shoulders around. Let's extend our legs and give them a nice stretch. Point and flex the feet. So pull your toes towards you, holding on to the seat of the chairs, right? We hold on to the seat of the chair. Now notice, is this a place where the shoulders and the neck tense up? So lift up and out of it, maybe release the grip a little bit. If it means you feel like you're falling off your chair, then walk yourself back. Find that place where you feel supported. Press down through the heels, pulling the toes towards you. Push the big toe mound away. Spread your toes, no peeking. Let's turn our toes and our feet outward, knees outward, so we're externally rotating like we're in ballet position 1. Inhale, toes back upright. Exhale, outwards. Now circle your toes forward and around a few times. So you're drawing a circle with your toes as your ankles are circling. And reverse it. Reverse it up. And then let's pull the heels back underneath your knees. Time for chair pose, your favorite pose. I know it is. You can use a strap around your thighs, or you can use a block in between your thighs, or nothing, or a toilet paper roll. You guys know that shtick. So you can put the block in between your thighs. It helps you tune into your core. It's going to tone your inner thighs. Ask yourself, which one do I want to do today? Or place the strap, a looped strap, around your thighs. You guys might have done this in PT. They kind of do this sometimes in bridge pose. What we're doing here is we're pushing the outer thigh out into the strap. And so that's building muscles on the outer thigh. So pick which one. Some people do both, but then you got to focus on one or the other. So that might be tough. And the other thing is that sometimes the strap will loosen, so you can hold on to it really if you feel safe. But you might have a chair in front of you for balance, right? You might have that chair in front of you, so you're holding on to the back of the chair. So we're going to rock forward and back. Notice the weight, how it switches. Notice how your belly tones at a certain point when you lean back. And then we move forward and it might lose the tone. That's okay. So we're inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhale forward, exhale back. When you're ready, go ahead and lift off. So we push down through our feet, we lean forward, press outward into the strap. If you have the strap, press inward into the block if you have the block. When in doubt, stick your buttocks back, arms are forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel what's going on in your thighs. They're working hard. They're working super hard. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take a little break. Feel what's going on in these thighs. They are working for you. Doesn't matter if you're not up to lifting today, that's okay. If you feel like a chair or you can face a wall for support, do it. Because you're building strength no matter what adaptation you take. Let's rock forward and back. Here we go again. In fact, I'm going to take a block this time. Since I got the strap here, I'm going to push my hands into the block just for a little fun. And you can always change your hand positions. You can have your hands forward. You can have your hands holding a strap. Here we go. Or a cane. And maybe you lift off. Press out into the strap or into the block if it's in between your thighs. If you have a block in between your hands, push into it. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's stay up a little bit longer. If it feels accessible to you, notice where the sensation is. Take your buttocks back, angle your sit bones down, maybe lift your arms a little bit more. Maybe you say, you know what, she's pushing me too much today. I am going to back off, right? You get to decide. Exhale, slowly take it down. That was fun, wasn't it? Now I'll give you a chance. If you want, you can switch it up. Take the strap away or the block away and switch it up if you have those. Or you could go without the prop. Why not, right? Switch it up. Keep a little balance on those inner and outer thighs. Here we go. Inhale, we rise up. Breathe in, breathe out. If you'd like to add a twist, go for it. Keeping the left arm forward, take the right arm back. Maybe gaze at your back thumb. Open up that back shoulder, so draw it up and back. Keep the sit bones going straight back behind you. Let's switch that twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe you gaze back, maybe you don't. Now notice your neck in space. How does it feel now? Is it going too far forward? Just notice, lift your heart. Feel your head bob on top of your neck. Both arms forward. And exhale, release, take a little break. And then we're going to go into forward folds, seated and standing. So let's just try it first towards the edge of our seat so we can pay attention to the neck in these forward folds. Forward fold means we're bringing our chest closer to our thighs. So we're going to swing our arms forward and we're going to lean forward. Now, what we're trying to do is make a line with our spine. Feel our shoulder blades on the back. You can take your arms down and back. What we want is we don't want the head too far forward because now my head is not in line with my spine. We don't want it too far back unless we're going for a back bend. So we try to keep the neck spine in line with the lower and middle spine. Inhale, we circle our arms up. Now you're taking your arms towards your ears, but they may not line up all the way. Push down to your feet, rise up, hands at the heart. So this is about where is our neck and head in space. It's really more about where's our head in space, and then the neck will kind of follow. You know, this part is heavy. This part is lighter and more vulnerable, right? Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms forward, try to line up the spine, the neck, the spine. The neck is part of the spine. The head is forward, like you're making a beam from the bottom of your spine up through your crown of your head. You can bend your elbows out to the side, feel your shoulder blades on the back. You might tip the back of your hand slightly back to feel your shoulder blades on your back. Notice how your spine feels. Remember, we're trying to make that line of energy through the spine. Inhale, arms lift, hands at the heart. Let's try it in wall dog now. So wall dog is really chair dog for us because you are not going to see my back at the chair. You are welcome to use the wall. I think a wall is a wonderful thing to do, of course. You can do the same thing with the wall. In fact, I'm going to show you just so you remember what this looks like. When our hands are too low, then what happens is our spine rounds, and we don't want that. We actually want to lift our hands so that the shoulder blades can come more on the back. I don't know if you're seeing that well or not, but I'm going to show it with the chair. And so on the chair, a nice way to do this is to put our hands on the seat of the chair. Feet are hip distance apart. And then you can rock your body forward and back to feel the weight shift in your feet. Weight is shifting in the feet. We lean forward, we lean back. We lean forward, we lean back. Then we're going to start to walk our feet back until we feel lengthening. We'll feel lengthening in the spine. Now, we're going to try to lift our heart so that from our sit bones, we feel length. It's going to go be downward, like we are in down dog. If my head is lifted, that breaks the line. If my head is dropping below my arm bones, it breaks the line. We have to find that center spot where we can feel a nice long line through the spine, shoulder blades on the back. Now you can bend your elbows if your shoulders are tight and sore. Then try to anchor your sitting bones down towards your heels. And then go ahead and bend your knees and angle your sit bones towards the sky. Then we're going to straighten our legs, maybe not all the way. Anchor the sit bones downward towards the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, bellies towards thighs. Lifting the sit bones upward. Start to straighten the legs, lengthening, lengthening. You'll know when to stop, right? Notice if your head is dipped down, lift it back up so you feel that line of energy all along the spine, from the crown all the way to the bottom. Let's inhale and walk back up. That was a long time to be in wall dog, wasn't it? So take a little break. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your neck feels. Notice how your shoulders feel. While we're standing or seated in mountain pose, you should always take a break when you need it, because then the next pose is going to be, you're going to move more into it with more mindfulness. So here we go now. Push down through the right foot. Now you can't see me pushing down through my right foot, but go ahead and push it down without locking the knee, and notice how the muscles tone on the right side of your body. Go ahead and release that. Now push down through the left side. Press it down. Now we're trying to stay even through the body, right? We've got feet about hip distance apart. If you feel like you need them wider for balance, do it, right? Press both feet down. Then try to stack your shoulders over your hips. We don't want to get rigid, because that's not good either, right? If we go rigid, the neck is going to stiffen. That does not feel good, right? So if we go too rigid, that just brings in contraction and pain into the body. So press down now through both feet. Push down through the big toe mounds, across the balls of the feet to the pinky, center of the heel. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. We're going to play with balance. I'm just going to turn the back of the chair like so. So we're in our mountain pose. You can have your fingertips on the chair. Toes are forward. Feel your weight into that tripod of your feet, all the way across and center of the heel. You're going to lift up, lift straight up as though you had a book on top of your head and you didn't want it to drop. And then exhale and slowly lower down. Inhale, we lift up. And exhaling, slowly lower it down. Inhale, lift up. Maybe hold it for a breath or two. Toning the belly, toning the pelvic floor. So that's the exhale. Contract the muscles at the bottom of your spine. Toning the lower abdomen. Lifting up and out of the waist. Maybe you take one hand up and the other. Breathe in, Breathe out. You might feel yourself wavering. There might be a little bit of weight going forward or back. You might take your hands down. Find that gazing point. Notice if your chin is moving up. That's going to take the balance off. Notice if your chin is moving down and you're looking down. That's going to take the weight forward. Let's exhale and slowly lower the heels down. How are you feeling now? Let's do a wall dog again. Here we go. Right foot is forward, left leg is back. You can have the heel down or up. If your hips are tight, you're probably going to want the heel up. But if balance is your priority, you might have the heel down. We're going to bend and straighten the front knee a few times. So bend and straighten, and bend and straighten, and then bend. Now we're going to lean forward. We're going to keep the spine, the neck spine, and all the way down the spine in one line. So we're not going to drop the head down. We're not going to drop it back. Notice where your neck feels about neutral, right? No stress in the neck. You might take one arm forward and then the other. You might take one arm back, externally rotated. It'll feel good. And then the other. We're keeping that spine in line. You might, if you feel balanced, take both arms back or do one of the other options. We're going to press down through our feet. Inhale, lift the spine and the head. Maybe lift one arm up. And the other. Gazing forward. Softening the front knee, bending the back knee, step the left foot to meet the right. That was fun. Yes? Hopefully. Let's circle the hips around. We have to do the other side. Here we go. Facing the chair. Feet are about hip distance, maybe a little wider. Soften the front knee, the left knee. Take your right leg back. Heel is up or down. You make the call here. When I put the heel down, I feel a little bit more stretch through my calf. When the heel is up, I feel more of a stretch through the front of the thigh. It does change it up. So you can play around with that. Then we're going to bend and straighten a few times the knee. Notice if that big toe mound wants to come up. Mine just wanted to creep up there. So we push it back down. Bending and straightening. And bending and straightening. I was doing the opposite of what I was saying. Then we're going to bend the knee over the heel. You might even soften that back knee. It's going to bring in a little bit more muscular energy if you do that. Or you might keep it straight. We're going to lean forward. Our spine's in line with our head. Maybe we take one arm forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, the arm may be about level with your shoulder, or you might lift it towards your ear. This time, let's lift the heart in the arm. Pull the ribs back. That's a crescent pose. Bring the arm back down. Long spine, sit bones back, knee is over heel. Lower the arm down. Inhale, other arm is forward. Ooh, that thigh is working. It's working. Lift up. You can keep the elbow bent or bend it. Back to forward. Release the hand down. Maybe you take a break and you straighten the front leg. That was a long time to have a bent knee. That thigh is really working. Bend it back. Now, maybe you take one arm back. Lift the heart. Now we got a little bit of a back bend here as we lift the heart. We can lean forward. And that's going to take more weight into the thigh. We can lean up or lift up. Bring the hand back to the chair. Other arm forward. Try to keep the spine long. The arm can be down. It's okay. You may lift it up. Lift your heart. Now we're in a teeny back bend here. Let's exhale and just swing it back, or bring both hands back to the chair, because this is a lot of work we're doing today. Lift your heart. Bring the hand back. Let's step the right foot to meet the left. Woo! That builds a lot of heat, doesn't it? It builds a lot of heat. Let's go back to our wall dog. And this time you can have your hands, of course, always. You get to make a decision about whether your hands are on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. We're going to walk it back. Find our wall dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you push your feet down, feel like you're pulling your heels away from each other. Notice if your belly is swooping down like mine. And I'm gonna lift my ribs upwards towards the sky. And then the underside of my arms are gonna lift, and I'm gonna melt the heart down. Melt. Like ice turns to water, melting. So the shoulder blades come towards each other. Inhale, walk back in towards the chair. And notice, how is your body feeling now? How does it feel now? Just notice. Yes. Just notice. Take inventory. Maybe bring your hands to your heart. Feel your breath. When we do the standing poses like that, the heart rate can go up. The heart rate goes up. So tune in. Tune in. How does the body feel now? Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. Good. Let's have a seat. Have a seat. And if you have your strap nearby, we will stretch the legs out. So bringing the strap around the right foot, And then you can start with the heel down. I'm going to turn. I think we have a better view when I turn. So I like to be towards the edge of the chair. Now, this is all about posture again. We're going to take the leg forward. Doesn't really matter which one. And with the strap around the foot, you can gently pull, and it feels kind of nice when you pull into the arch. Make sure the shoulders aren't going forward here, because that's going to stress out the neck. So shoulders up and back. Feel your weight centered on your sitting bones. So this is forward on the sitting bones. This is back on the sitting bones. We want to be about center, a place where the belly is toned. Then we're going to lift the leg. The height that's good for you. So you'll feel a stretch. Now, you can take an ottoman in front of you, another chair in front of you, or a stack of blocks, and let the heel rest down on them, pulling the toes towards you. Then you might lift it up. If it's on the chair, you may not need to lift it up. Shoulders are up and back. Crown of the head is rising. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. Notice where the tension is in your body. We want to feel a sensation behind the legs, but we don't want to transfer it into the jaw or the neck or the shoulders. And this leg is heavy. That's why sometimes it's good to relax it down on a block. It also helps stretch. Shoulders up and back. Let's turn the leg out. Feel the sensation, how it changes. Inhale the leg back forward. We're going to bend the knee in towards us and place the ankle over the thigh, or you might place your foot down, maybe on 2 blocks. We're going for that hip opener. I'll face forward. And take several breaths in your hip opener. So that's either something like this, where the inner thigh is opening, or like this. And sensation is outer hip or inner thigh. We sit tall. Here we go with the neck again. See, Esther asked for it. We gave it to her. We're leaning forward. We don't want the head to drop. When we're leaning forward, it's the same concept. Keep the shoulders on the back, spine long as you lean forward. When you lean forward, stop when you feel sensation. Maybe you anchor your hips down into the chair. You might close your eyes. Sometimes it helps to feel the sensation. Sensation is information for us. It tells us if we've gone too far or not far enough. It also tells us where our body is in space. We're going to press down now through the lower leg, the left leg, rise up and bring the foot on down. And we will do the other side. So strap around your opposite foot. Pull the strap in towards you, lift tall. This is kind of a fun one if you ever want to play. Let's see, I'm sure I'm going to drop it, but just so we can see. You put a block on your head, and that gives you an idea about whether your head is straight up and down. So we breathe in and we breathe out. You can just try it for your own entertainment. Feel the sensation of stretching. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. In and out. Let's turn the toes out and the heels inward. Kneecap is following middle toes, so it's out to the side. Soft breath in. Soft breath out. Inhale, toes are upward. Press down firmly through the bottom foot. And we're going to pull the ankle in towards us. The block's going to go because I'm going to lean forward. Whoops. So you can have your foot down or up. Start to lean forward. Feel the sensation. You keep moving forward until you feel it. Then take a break and pause. The pause is the stillness where you can feel sensation, bringing awareness to your hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay a few more breaths. And we're going to push down through the bottom foot, extend the leg, release it down. You guys have worked really hard today, really hard. So let's take a little break before you move on with your day. Move on with your day. So as you relax, either lying down in a resting relaxation pose or seated, feel your sitting bones on the chair like we began. Feel your hips and shoulders stacking over your hips, and head and ears over shoulders. You can relax your arms in your lap, bending your elbows, turning your palms upright is nice. You might do what we call contemplation or dhyana mudra. You are bringing your right palm into your left, thumbs touching. So you're kind of cupping your hands. That's a nice place to be. So feel the sensation of relaxation throughout your body, from head to toe. Foot to head, and everywhere in between. Perhaps express gratitude to yourself. You gave this gift of yoga, of self-care to you. And this is a gift that you give to others as you interact with them throughout your day. Stay as long as you want in your resting pose, or bring your palms in front of your heart as we bow in, acknowledging the light within each of us. We peel away the layers to know that we are all filled with this bright golden light. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful day.